How's the first week been? Attitude coming back? I know we've asked a lot of you guys in the offseason about losing, willing to come back. What's the attitude been like with everyone?
Honestly, I think first day of meetings, Coach Spags put on the board, be bold, be courageous. And he pretty much said he wants a room full of guys that are confident, that are fearless, and that want to go out there and compete. And I think that really set the tone, especially when you come look at practice right now. Things are perfect. You know, people make mistakes. So everybody's still trying to learn the defense, but we're flying around, you know, and we're having fun, and we're gelling together, and we're communicating. I think that's the biggest thing right now is getting back into football is the communication and the trust. And right now it's a lot better than it was last year, and I think we continue to stack upon that.
What's the confidence level of having enough talent outside and inside this year?
I trust everybody they bring in here. You know what I mean? This defensive back room, I feel like, is lifelong learners, people who truly want to help each other. There's not a lot of ego, so when it comes to guys competing, certain guys in certain positions, it's all love. And I feel like the new guys we brought in, the rookies we brought in, I feel like have learned this defense so much quicker than I feel like our class even did, because they have so much help and they have so much communication. And whoever's out there, I mean, for me personally, I trust them. You know what I mean? I'm excited for what they can do.
What's your evaluation of Williams?
He's getting good. You know, really good ball skills. He's long, and he's one of those guys that just competes. You know, he's a smart guy. He knows the defense really well, and we got to clean up a few things in his technique. You know, a few grabbings here and there, but once we iron those things out, I think he's going to have a really good career.
Going back to the Spags message,
Yeah.
It sounded like it resonated with you. And what was your interpretation of what he was trying to get across?
Yeah, for me, really, it was be confident because you understand the basics. You know, be the best you can be at the basics, and all the rest will kind of fall in line. And I feel like for me, my rookie year was you come into this, you try to think you got to do all these crazy things, you know, but when you just sit back and realize that it's just football, you know, we're coming out here, it's still 53 yards, you know what I mean? It's still 100-yard field, it's still 1st and 10, 2nd and 7. You kind of sit back and kind of slow your heart rate down and realize that you can't do this. You know, you're prepared for this, and having a DC like Spags, a Hall of Famer, it just makes you that much more confident, that much more excited to go out here and prove to them that we can be this defense.
Go back here.
Trent, obviously Christian Fulton has been on the field yet because he's still on the top list, but where are you excited about to see him? Obviously, another corner who's been through a lot of experience, obviously, the class specifically, opposite of you, and also Go Dogs.
Yeah, go Dogs. First off, I appreciate that. I'm really excited for Christian Fulton. You know, when he came into here, coming from a different team, a different scheme, we were able to kind of just pick each other's brains almost, you know what I mean? Obviously, for me, it was teaching him a lot about the defense, what the coaches like, how to read your eyes and stuff, but coming from him, it's his 5th, 6th year in the league. He's seen a few DBs in his own room, and kind of just speaking about how to just help each other, you know what I mean, technique-wise. I know he's played a lot of off-man, you know, so it's been a few years since he's really gone up there and pressed for 80-plus plays in a game. And just understanding that when you come to this defense, you got to be physical, you got to set the edge, you got to do the little things that maybe back at your old team you didn't have to do. And he's been doing really good, recovering and doing his stuff there, but he's always locked in, he's always in meetings, he's always taking notes, and that's something that I see and like to have in my room.
Trent, over the past couple of years, it's been Jay Reed that's kind of been that leader on the back end, the vocal leader.
Yeah.
How much are you embracing, you know, being that leader?
Yeah, well, my horoscope said that this morning I needed to be more vocal, actually. So it's funny that you asked this question, and not only on the field, but off the field. You know, I think for me personally, I think that's where my leadership kind of takes a hold of things, because I feel like when you're on the field, things are going so fast, you know, not a lot of guys want to hear a lot of things, but when you come to the sideline, when your heart rate slows down, when you can kind of sit back and realize what you did, I feel like I can come in there and be that second eye, you know, that's that person that is out there with you, the person that's seen that before. And the coaches do a really good job at coaching, but sometimes you kind of just want that person who's been out there, that's been through it, to kind of come over and kind of just let you know that you're doing the right things or where you messed up. So for me this year, just being someone that can be personable and approachable. I think that's what my leadership's going to be, and someone that's just going to be consistently doing the right thing, you know, and hopefully people follow that.
How much have you had to learn how to do that?
You know, honestly, I learned from my dad, you know. I saw him in some uncomfortable situations. I mean, he's a teacher. He does a lot of things in the community back home, and kind of sitting back and just seeing his impacts and how people have just came around him and how he's lifted people up. And coming into this team and this year, I feel like for me personally, I got to be someone that can show people that they can't do it. You know what I mean? I'm not the biggest guy on the team. I'm not the fastest guy on the team, but what I know is the details. What I know is his defense, and what I know is doing my job and making sure that all 11 on the opposite side, all 11 on the offense, all doing our job collectively. I think it'll be a really scary team.
Trent, most people will consider you the best cornerback in the league when it comes to being in the nickel. But is there still something you want to prove, that being on the outside you're just as good, maybe even better? And does that play into your mind when you know you're eligible for a contract this season?
Yeah, I think every year is a new year, and you kind of want to prove that you still have it. You know what I mean? Even in the nickel, I feel like I still have something to prove. Even when I'm outside, I feel like I have something to prove. Anytime you step on this field, I think this whole team really feels like they have something to prove, and I think that just makes it a little bit easier when you go out there and see the guy to your left, the guy to your right, all giving 100% effort. And this year for me, it's really just about how well I can be consistently doing my job, you know, week in and week out. I know things happen, you know, throughout the season, but not letting those small bumps affect me mentally, not letting those small bumps knock me off of what I was originally doing, and continue to just push through and keep thriving. That's what we do here at St. Joe's. You know, you got to push through these hot days, you got to push through these long drive drills, and that's something that I really respect about Coach Reed and how he does this, and I think it really helps us for the season.
Are you ready to commit to a contract extension, or do you want to have the year play out? Do you want to?
You know, personally for me, when it comes to contract stuff, my relationship with my agent is, I feel like, the biggest I've ever had. I respect him a lot. I trust a lot that he does, and with that, I've allowed for him to really focus on contract stuff. For me, I really just want to focus on ball, especially moving forward. I mean, these 3 weeks of camp, starting season, it's all about the guys here and how I can make them better. And, you know, I love being a Chief, and I know the contract stuff will come, but that's really not on my mind, and I'm just here ready to get football.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.